Hello, it's Sean. Today I'm going to be doing a review of a game called Desolate. This is designed by Jason Glover. It's published by Gnome Games, and I got it through GameCrafter.com. It's a solo game for ages 10 and up, and it takes about 20 minutes. This game, I saw it on the board game group, I think, on Facebook. That's my first introduction to it. The idea is that you are part of a rescue crew going to Station 4 on a distant moon. Your ship crashes once you get to the planet, or to the moon, and you have to find supplies so that you can get back off of the moon. You gotta fight some aliens in the process, look for some different items, and see if you can collect the power to enough power cells to power the escape craft that you need to get off of the planet. So the game itself, you've got two cards that let you track your stats. You've got health, ammo, and oxygen. The two cards are put together and it lets you keep track of these. There are some items that you get at the beginning of the game. You draw 3 and pick 2. If you want to make it a little bit harder game, you can draw 2 and pick 1, or not use any. These can have a pretty significant impact on the game. I think the rifle scope, it gives you +2 to your die rolls when you're attacking. That is uber powerful. Some of them give you more health, or larger tanks gives you more oxygen. They're all pretty useful, but some, like I said, are more powerful than others. I don't think I lost a game that I had the rifle scope, and could be wrong though. But you get items, you pick a couple of those. The gameplay, kind of the way it works, you have the exploration deck. Each turn you have 2. You flip one and look at it, and you can choose to go for it or not. It's a conflict. I don't want to go for that conflict, so this card is discarded, and then I flip this. I've got another conflict, and this one's actually worse. So with the conflict, I flip a conflict card, and it tells me how strong this is. So the conflict is a 4, and then this conflict is the second die, so it's a 6. So the strength of this enemy is 10. Now I get to decide, hey, what do I want to do? I'm going to fight this thing. So I can roll some dice to attack it if I want to shoot at it. I decide how much ammo I want to spend, so I say, hey, I'm going to use 2 ammo, and I'll roll 2 dice. So I reduce my ammo, roll those dice, hey, I got a 10. So then I actually killed that, and it's discarded. If I hadn't rolled a 10, say I'd rolled a 5, then I reduce this down by 5. So now this is strength 5. And I guess first when I flip this over, I take this damage, that 2 damage. I reduce my health by 2. So now I've done 5 damage to it, reduced it, and we're still in combat. So I'm going to draw another conflict card and flip it over, and I'm going to look at this number on the bottom. And this number is a 0. So this round it doesn't do any damage to me. But it's still got strength 5, and I've got to try to attack it again. I'm going to spend 2 more ammo, and I'm going to roll some more dice, and this time I killed it. So I flip it, I discard it, and then the conflict card tells you what you get. This one, see if you can see that, has an L in the box here, so that means it's a large crate. So I get to flip the next card, and a large crate means you get both items. If the prize was a small crate, you get to pick one or the other. So in this case, I get a med pack, which gives me 2 health, so I automatically boost my health by 2, and I get some small ammo, so I get 1 more ammo. And then this card is discarded. And you draw 2, look at the first one. That's a low conflict, but I want to find some stuff, so I'm going to ignore that. Oh, it's another conflict. I'd go through that same process. You keep going through this deck until the deck is gone. If you find, let's see, ultimately you're looking for these power packs. So engineering, if I flip that, that's the one I got. I just get a power cell and I add it to my card and say, hey, I've already found that. And once I get 5 of them, then I've won the game. But the thing is with this is once I've gone through this whole deck, it's all discarded. I lose 2 oxygen because that's the amount of time it's taking me to wander through the ship, looking through different rooms and corridors and whatever. So you've got to kind of balance what you're doing. You're taking some damage from these fights. You're trying to make sure you have enough ammo to be able to fight them. You can fight the monsters with your just punching them, but you only do 1 point of damage. And as you saw, if that monster has 10 strength, it's going to take a long time to be able to kill it, doing 1 point of damage each turn, as it's doing up to 4. I think these go up to 4. But so you're going to get killed long before you kill it. So it's a nice management of resources. You find more resources as you're searching around, but you've got to just make sure you balance that. If you ever run out of oxygen, you lose the game because you can't breathe. If you ever run out of health, you are dead. And then if you run out of ammo, you're not dead, but then you can only punch, so you're probably going to die soon. It's fun. I enjoyed it. It plays really quickly. The 10-minute time frame that it says on the box is pretty accurate. I've had a couple games that last a little bit longer, and I've had a couple games that last a little bit shorter. But by and large, once you've got the rules down and got a system in place for playing it, it takes about 10 minutes to play it. It's not a heavy game. It's a pretty light game. The decisions are not real complex, but again, it's a 10-minute game. What do you want? It's fun. It's dice chucker because you've got to make those combat rolls. And like you said, that rifle scope with the +2 to your die rolls makes a huge difference on that. You're able to use less ammo and be more successful with your rolls. So that's a big deal. The only thing I don't really like, and I would say, is that all the conflicts are the same. It would be cool if there was a little bit different, a different kind of monster you were fighting. You know, they have different strengths on these monsters, but they're all just a reticulum that you're fighting. So there's different locations though. The artwork in this is pretty cool. I like the artwork. I can't draw worth anything, so I think this is pretty awesome. It's black and white, but I think it fits with the theme. Kind of a desolate moon that you're going to, hence the name Desolate. But it's fun. The printing, there have been some people with some issues, and it's kind of hard to see here, but I'll do my best to show you. So the cards aren't exactly centered. So as you can see here, the border on this card is different than the border on this card. And if I line them up together, maybe you can see it better. I don't think it's a big deal because I'm not paying that close of attention. Some people are concerned about it because it marks the cards essentially. If I see this real thin border on the left side, I might know what this card is. Again, when I played, I didn't really look at it. And I guess there is always a little bit of variation with this. Some people maybe have more variation than others. I believe that GameCrafter has replaced some people's decks, but they have some tolerances, and if it's, I don't know exactly what they've said, but if it's not as bad as their tolerance is allowed, they're not going to replace it, even though some people are not happy about that. But others have gotten it replaced because it was past those tolerances. For me, it's not a big deal, but to each their own. That's just something to keep in mind if you decide to order this. The cardstock's nice. These little tokens for the power cubes are kind of nice. I don't know if they're 3D printed, maybe they are, but they have texture. They're not just a cube, and that's kind of cool. The cubes for tracking your health are just translucent cubes of different colors. The dice are nice. They're weighty. They're not cheap wooden dice. They're just the traditional dice, kind of like what you'd get in Monopoly or whatever. But pretty good game overall. I'll be playing this more and more in the future because it's a fun, fast game, and it's great when you just have a little bit of time. For me, I play it at work over lunch, got some time there, and it's a nice game to break out and just play a quick game. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this and the other projects that I work on, you can subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments or questions, you can put it in the comments section below. And you can now follow me on Twitter at Hero of the Table. Thanks for watching.